I just got a new SSD. It's twice the space, way faster than my old one, and I've been putting off installing it for 2 weeks now. It's not because it's hard to swap out. The drive itself takes 5 minutes. It's everything after that I've been dreading. Reinstalling Windows, then re-downloading every single app, installing them, managing partitions, and hoping I actually backed up the right ones. That's not an afternoon, that's basically a whole weekend gone. What finally got me off the fence was the tool I'm covering today. It is EaseUS Disk Copy, and by the way, the sponsor of this video. I've been running the software on my own machine for this exact upgrade. Because here's what I didn't know until recently. You don't have to reinstall any of it. You can take everything. Windows, your apps, your settings, your files, exactly how they are right now, and move it straight over to the new drive. It is bootable and ready to go. Now, let me show you. I already got it open here, and the one thing worth knowing up front, this copy doesn't even need installing. It just runs. There's no setup, nothing borrowing inside your system or leaving leftovers behind, and you can even keep it on USB stick and run it from there. Alright, we'll start with disk mode. This is the one for copying an entire drive, everything on it, over to another one. You click in and it lays out clearly it wants two things, a source and a target. Source is the drive you're copying from, and target is the one you're copying to. It's easy to follow, but there's a real power behind it once you get going. Now I click to pick my source, and look how fast that populated. Every drive on the machine already listed. Internal drive, external SSD, the USB, nothing to go really searching for. And here's a privacy point that's easy to overlook. All of this is reading locally of your own machine. So nothing is uploaded, nothing touches the internet. Your data stays your data. For software handling every byte your own, that's exactly how it should be. Quick thing down here, you can also load from an image file, which I'll come back to later. It lets you clone from a saved backup instead of a live drive. For now, we're doing a straight drive-to-drive copy. I'll take my internal drive as the source, and that's the one I'm cloning. And same again for the target, my external SSD, where everything is going to land. One thing to keep in mind, whatever's already on your target drive gets overwritten, so that should be an empty drive or one you don't mind wiping. Now this screen, this is the part I really like. Before it copies a single thing, it shows you exactly how the new drive is going to be laid out. Source up top, and below it, how the target's going to look when it's done. It's already mapped every partition across on its own, system partition, main drive, recovery partition, all accounted for. I'm not working at all any of that out myself. This drop down set to auto-fit the disk. It resizes everything to make the most of the new drive. Moving to a bigger SSD, this is what makes sure you actually get the extra space instead of it sitting there empty. There's a manual control here if you want it, but auto-fit covers most people. Two options at the bottom. Sector by sector copy. It duplicates the drive bit for a bit, every single sector. That's the one for cloning an older or failing drive where you want to capture everything. And auto alignment to 4K. Leave that check going to an SSD. It lines your data up so the drive runs at full speed instead of being held back. And it's off. This is where the speed shows. Copying a whole drive this way is far faster than reinstalling Windows and rebuilding everything by hand. What would be in a weekend is done in a fraction of the time, and you can walk away while it runs. When it finishes, it verifies the copy so you're not left wondering whether it actually worked. And your original drive, it never touched through any of this. If something got interrupted halfway, the source is still completely safe. Worst case, you just start over. Your data's never on the line. Now, the whole point of cloning a drive is that what comes out of the other end actually works. So let me show you that. Now I need to go into BIOS to tell the machine to boot from this drive instead of the internal one. So I'll restart and I tap F10 to get into BIOS. And once I'm in, I'll go to boot options. Two things to do here. I'm going to disable the internal NVMe, so the machine has no choice but to look at the external drive and make sure USB boot storage is enabled. Now we'll save the settings and we're done. It's restarting now. This is where we find out. Okay, there it is. This is the Windows loading straight from the cloned external drive. As you can see, everything that was on the original, the OS, the settings, the files, all of it coming up exactly as it was. That's the EaseUS Disk Copy doing exactly what it's supposed to do. Now that's the main use case handled, but this copy actually does more than just full disk cloning. There are a few other modes in here that are honestly useful depending on your situation, and I want to show you those quickly because one of them in particular may be exactly what you need. So let me walk you through them. Next one down is system mode, and this is the one I'd reached for in the exact situation I started this video with. Disk mode copies the whole drive. System mode copies just Windows itself, your operating system, your settings, your programs, and leaves the rest behind. And here's why that's handy. Say you already got a new PC, or you just want a clean move of Windows onto a new SSD without dragging every old file along with it. This does exactly that. Look at this, I didn't have to tell it where Windows is. It found my Windows 11 install on its own and loaded it as a source. There's no digging through partitions trying to work out which one's the system drive. It just knows. So the only thing left for me to do is pick where it's going, my external SSD here as the target, and that's it. And same as before, there's a preview option down here so you can see how it lay everything out before you commit to anything. Nothing happens behind your back. From here is the same deal, confirm and it migrates Windows over. When it's done, that drive boots straight into your system with no reinstalling or reactivating needed. Everything comes across exactly as it is right now and it's ready to go. The third one is partition mode. The first two work on whole drives or your whole system. This one zooms in and lets you copy just a single partition on its own. It's the same clean source and target setup you already seen, except now we're working at the partition level instead of the full disk. And when I open the source, it breaks the drive down piece by piece. You can see each partition laid out separately, the small boot partition, my main drive where Windows lives, the recovery partition, each with its size and format right there. So instead of taking the entire drive, I can pick out exactly the one I want. Say you keep your work of your files on a separate partition from Windows, you can move just that across and leave everything else completely alone. That kind of control is the whole point of this mode. So I pick my source partition, choose where it's going, and from there it runs the same way as the others. Now this one, emergency disk, is the feature you hope you never need, but you'll be very glad it's there the day you do. Now here's the scenario it's built for. Everything we've done so far assumes Windows is up and running. But what happens when it isn't? Your system won't boot, you're starting at the black screen, and all your data is sitting on a drive you suddenly can't get into. This lets you build a bootable rescue USB ahead of time. It is a stripped down environment with this copy already on it, so you can start your computer straight from this USB even when the main system is completely dead and clone that drive to a healthy one before anything is lost. You got a few ways to make it. Straight to a USB stick, which is what most people will use, burn it to a CD or DVD if you still got a drive for that, or save it out as an ISO file to keep it for later. There's an add driver option down here too. If your machine uses a SCSI controller or a hardware-rated card, that rescue environment might not see your drives without the right driver, so this is where you add it. Most people won't need it, but if you got that kind of setup, it's the difference between the rescue disk seeing your drives or not. So you click create, it builds the USB, and then you just put it somewhere safe. Think of it as insurance, make it once now and it's ready the day something goes wrong. The last one is network clone. I'll keep this one brief, it's a more advanced feature built for a specific job. This is for cloning one drive or system onto multiple computers at once over a local network, instead of plugging a drive into each machine one at a time. You set it up on one computer and the others boot up and pull the clone across the network automatically. If you are setting up a lot of identical machines, an office, a computer lab, an IT setup, this one saves a serious amount of time. It's worth knowing it's here because it shows the tool scales well beyond a one-off home upgrade. One thing I said I would come back to, remember this little option at the bottom of the disk and partition screens? Just a quick explanation. Everything we've done so far copies straight from one drive to another with both connected at the same time. This lets you do it in two stages instead. You can save a drive as a single image file, basically one package up copy, and then restore it on a drive later, whenever you want. The handy part here, you don't need both drives plugged in at once. Save the image now, restore it down the line, which is useful if you're backing up something to keep, or you just don't have the second drive on hand yet. If any of this looks useful to you, here's where to find it. This is the official EaseUS Disk Copy page, and there's a free trial so you can grab it and have a look around before you spend anything. You can see everything laid out here, the cloning, the OS migration, the bad sector handling, all the bits we just went through. It is worth a scroll if you want the full picture. And here's the pricing. There's a monthly option if you just need it for a one-off job, or a lifetime license, one payment and you're done. I think the price is fair for what you're getting, especially the lifetime one if you'll be doing this kind of thing more than once. On top of all this, EaseUS offers a really good support. Alright, so that's EaseUS Disk Copy. Quick recap of why it's worth a look. First of all, it clones your drive reliably, and what comes out the other end is ready to use straight away. There's no extra setup to get it running. It's quick. A job that normally eats up most of your day is done in a fraction of the time. Also, the biggest thing, and I really like, it's private, so everything runs offline. There's nothing of yours goes near the cloud, and if you ever get stuck, there's a real technical support, as I said, behind it to help you out. The link is in the description, and I'll pin it in the comments too. If this saved you a headache, a like and a subscribe help me out. I'll catch you in the next one.